A video on purchasing and supply operations. As usual, short clip and just summarization. We are looking at starting from LO1. This is starts from LO1 to LO18, so there are quite a number of them. Cut them short and then you read the notes. I hope we understand each other. So we're looking at introduction to purchasing and supply operations, and we would by now know what purchases and supplies are. And operations are, those who produce and using input, processing, output to produce product or services. So you link that to purchasing and supply. The definition is here. Then we would have to move on to look at the roles of purchasing. No, we'll do the roles and functions of purchasing and supply operations. There are so many roles. One is needs and supply analysis, and then award supply contracts. They award contracts. When there is tender, they look at the best and then award. They also have supply selection and relationships. All these are self-explanatory. Students, you should get this on your own. So I would scroll down and look at what is operations management. Operations management is the activity of managing the resources that create, deliver services and products. So it is the activity that manages the resources that create and deliver services and products. That is what operations management is about. We'll go down there and look at the functions of operations management. We have 5 functions, the 3 core and the 2 support core. And the 3 core, we have the marketing function, which deals with communication of the organization's products and services to the market. And the second one is the product and service development function, which is responsible for creating new and modified products. The operations functions, which is responsible for fulfilling customer requests. And then the 2 core will be the accounting and finance function and the human resources function, which are self-explanatory. I'm sure by now we know this. So we can go down to the model, which is the input transformation output model. And we have the input, the processing, and the output then to customers. This is the basic activity of operations management, transforming input resources, processing them into output, and then leading to customers. This model uses materials, information, and customers as input resources. May we go down and then we look at the 4 V's. We'll be looking at the 4 V's. The volume, variety, variation, and feasibility. As we process, the outcome of the process will be linking to the volume of the output, the variety, and then variation and visibility. So these are what we call 4 V's, which are related to the input transformation output process. Those are how the outputs are supposed to come out. Okay, they are explained into details. You can read and gain knowledge. I want us to look at what we call the 5 performance objectives. We have quality, which is you'd want to do things right. In other words, it's an objective, performance objective, that when you embark on, you are quality oriented. Then speed, you want to do things fast. You are speed oriented, or you are at a speed advantage. Dependability, you would want to do things on time. Everyone should know you that you are dependable. And then flexibility, you want to be able to change what you can do. That means you are flexible enough to change to any new trend. Cost, you want to do things cheaply. And so these are 5 performance objectives that every organization works with, because in as much as customers may judge you using this objective performance, you may also judge your organization using the same performance objectives. So we may now go down to look at strategies. Operation strategies, we have formulation to implementation to monitoring to control. These are very important elements when it comes to strategy. You first have to formulate your strategy, then you implement your strategy, then you monitor your strategy, and then you control to see whether your implementation actually has taken effect. All right, the explanation of those are there. We can now go to design. What is design? Design helps, to communicate with customers or consumers out there. Your design will be able to talk to them, speak to them, and will give them what you are all about, especially the product inside. So that is what we will talk about today. At the end of this, we are done, and we'll move on from LO5 to LO10, which I hope we can make one video clip. Thank you, students.